Welcome to the table.
We're your hosts. I'm Catherine.
And I'm Lizzie. We're sisters who grew up having dinner together every single night. Just real conversation and lots of laughter.
That time around the table, it meant everything. It kept us close, grounded, and reminded us what really matters.
That's why this show is so close to our hearts. It's more than just food. It's about connection, love, and making space for the people you care about.
With real talk, shared stories, and the kind of moments you can only get when everyone's gathered around good food.
So grab a plate, pull up a chair,
and make yourself at home.
Welcome to Family Dinner.
Welcome back to Family Dinner. Please pull up a chair because we have an incredible guest with us today. He's an entrepreneur, a culture curator, and overall just an incredible person. We're so excited for this dinner.
Yeah, we met Tuan now a few years ago at a SoHo Friends panel in Chicago, and we were so inspired by his story, you guys. We know you will definitely take a lot away from it as well. And we're even repping some Vietfive pillar merch. Catherine chose the pink, I chose the blue. We love these shirts.
Fitting.
And we're so excited. So, Tuan, welcome to Family Dinner.
Thank you for having me, guys.
We are super excited to dive into what's for dinner and the conversation. But first, so the dinner guests have some background, let's talk about Vietfive and what you brought to the table.
Vietfive is a Vietnamese coffee brand that I started around 4 years ago to share my family's journey here. We brought the coffee that's grown and harvested on my family's farm in Vietnam, and we brought the bánh sandwich, which is equivalent to like our national sandwich. And my mom taught me how to make it, and today you guys get to make it as well.
I'm so excited.
Amazing.
I've never had a bánh sandwich.
Me neither.
Ever.
This is going to be a first for us.
Yeah, so excited. Let's dive in.
Let's go.
For dinner tonight, we have a full spread, but I'm so excited about this coffee. It's so special. The first time I tried Vietfive, it was a match made in heaven for me. It's strong, it's bold. So we're gonna start off by making a drink.
I love it. I'm so excited. Tuan, what did you bring? You brought the ube.
Yep, brought an ube latte and our Fin Brew black coffee, and then our non-dairy oat milk and agave. So every cup of coffee at the shop, we do a Fin Brew process. It's a slow drip process that brings out the fullness of flavoring of Robusta coffee that we grow.
And so, Tuan, what's the process like? So this is your family farm in Vietnam. How did this all start? Did you have this farm for a while and then you brought Vietfive to Chicago? What was this all like? Yeah,
my family came in contact with the coffee after the fall of Saigon.
Okay.
They were displaced from their city home in the Central Highlands to a rural area of a town called Bù Ma Thuột. And because of French colonization, they left the coffee bean. As natural growers and farmers, they began to harvest this crop that was left by colonization. I was 3 years old when we left Vietnam as a refugee. In 2019, I had the opportunity to go back to Vietnam, and my uncles made me a cup of coffee and opened the back doors of my grandmother's home to show me these plants that I didn't know they were coffee, and it changed my whole life as a creative in the city to being a coffee shop owner or a coffee brand owner. I left my job in advertising to bring this coffee to right here to the city of Chicago, to our shop, where we roast it, we brew it, and we serve it to what you ladies about to drink today.
And what are you pouring for yourself?
I'm gonna do this oat milk and agave. It's our non-dairy option at the shop. Most of our drinks at the shop are non-dairy, mostly because I'm lactose. So all the drinks I create is a majority non-dairy, except our classic sweetened condensed milk.
Yeah.
All right,
Cheers.
let's do it. Let's do a quick cheers.
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 Cheers to Vietfive.
Oh my gosh, that ube is so good.
Amazing. Even though it's so strong, it's incredibly smooth.
Yeah, that's what Robusta is.
not
Robusta
bitter.
is low acidic, it's higher in antioxidant, less sugar and calories.
It's amazing. And how did you curate the rest of the menu? So on the table tonight, we have an amazing bánh mì sandwich that we're gonna make. So how did this come about as well?
So I could say my mom taught me how to make bánh mì.
Yeah.
And every time I make a bánh mì, I always say to the team is that I think about my mom every time I make a bánh mì. and it's a staple in like Vietnamese culture and culinary, but it's also like, I don't want to say fast food, but street style food that you can eat from breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Yeah.
And we sell it at the shop, and it's one of our popular food items. And now I get to share it with you guys in Chicago at the same time.
So excited.
But we
Hold
make
up.
it uniquely different than
Yeah.
ours, though.
Oh, you
Yeah,
do?
So
yeah.
we don't have the pork liver pate,
Okay.
which a lot of like maybe critics and say it's not as authentic because you don't have the pate. But I created something that's non-meat with still mimicking the flavor profiles of the pork liver pate.
Love it.
And instead of adding additional like the egg mayo sauce, I add freshness with bell peppers.
So what kind of bread do you start with?
So this is pretty cool. The bread is from a classic Chicago bakery, D'Amato's.
Oh my God.
We love tomatoes.
We love D'Amato's.
Shout out D'Amato's.
Shout out to
Shout
D'Amato's
out.
for sure.
That's awesome. So you get your bread from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sourced a lot of bread before we came up with the bánh mì.
Thank you.
Like a lot of our ingredients, it takes me a while to source it and find what goes well with our coffee.
Yeah.
First and foremost. And D'Amato's was like the last stop because they're like half a mile from us.
Yeah.
Right.
And knowing their story and the history of Chicago, they're just legendary. And I had their baguette, and I was like, "This is it,"
Yeah.
And then we launched the bánh mì. So
Let's
Awesome.
go.
So what's
Yeah,
first?
what do we start with
okay,
first? Teach
so
us how.
what I did before we got here is that we pre-toasted, we pre-air fried.
Yeah.
And we laid it with the garlic butter on the outside, and inside is our mayo butter inside to seal the air. So then the next thing you want to do is you want to add the protein.
Okay.
Right. So this is kind of like a ballet style. It's 3 meat style, but we the only one that do sasil chicken. Usually you do 3 layers of pork.
Okay.
I had 2 porks and one chicken. Shout out to Triple Crown for making the sasil chicken for us
I love it.
as well. So you can lay. The first one is the jambon,
Okay.
which is like a cured pork.
Here, let me hold that up.
It's
so
really good.
The dinner guests
Fill
can
it
see.
up. Fill it up. You
Beautiful.
want to lay it.
You want to do a lot of protein.
Yeah, you want to do like maybe 3 slices of that or 4.
Okay.
I think I brought enough for both of you.
I'm here for
I got
it.
a pre-made one here for
Yeah,
myself.
show everyone your
So
pre-made one so they
this
can
is
get
the
an idea.
pre-made one.
This is the goal.
This is the goal.
This is what we're trying
you wanna
to-
reach. Here you go, and then you can lay it on there, Catherine.
Yep.
All right, I'll
Yeah,
take
there
the
you
last
go.
piece.
Big on the
Love
protein.
It. Let's
Yep.
go.
And then do some of the sasu chicken.
This
Okay.
looks crazy.
I'll get
Yep.
some of this.
Yeah,
fill
show
it
the
up.
camera.
Fill it up.
So this is
Feeling
chicken?
it.
Yep, it's sasu chicken. So sasu chicken is kind of like a Chinese barbecue.
Okay.
Yum.
It's a slow cook roasting process for it. Gives.
Wow.
Yeah. You want to
Take
get it
all
all
of
in there.
it.
Yeah. Yes.
We're going to load
Fine.
this up.
Load up this sandwich.
for
Once
me.
you
So
get done,
good,
the
honestly.
banh mi is pretty full.
I want
Yeah.
to make it look pretty though.
Yes. That's what I always tell the team too, is that
Make
we
it
want to
look
serve
cute.
food that tastes good but also look good.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
Okay, and then this is the chaloa. So it's a cooked pork.
Okay.
Oh.
It's
Pretty.
really good. It's kind of equivalent to your lunch meat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? There you go. That's it.
Is that
okay.
good?
So
Layered
then now you add your
perfectly.
veggies, right?
Okay.
Let's do cucumbers first. Do a layer of cucumbers.
Yeah.
I'm excited to
Definitely.
see this. This is pretty cool.
You like it?
Yeah, so you guys assemble this. Okay, now let's add some freshness. Let's do some of our bell peppers.
Love it.
Yes.
You see how your sandwich is starting to fill up already?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now it's going to be like preference, right? But I like to add the cilantro first. After this, so and then there's bell pepper, there's jalapenos.
Oh, yum.
If you guys
jalapenos.
want to add jalapenos.
Yes, I
Yes.
love spice.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
wait, Catherine, do
love
you
I
want to
wasn't
share,
sure. I
share
wasn't
your
sure.
cilantro story?
Yeah, cilantro story. You're not gonna break out or anything.
No,
No,
I'm
no.
not allergic. I'm just a baby.
She has the gene where cilantro tastes like soap.
Yes, I have friends
Which
that are
is
like that.
so
Yes.
funny to me.
So maybe we skip cilantro
Yeah,
for you.
I love
'Cause I don't
cilantro,
want,
so I'm
I want
gonna
you to, I don't want you to taste soap in the banh mi.
I want to do
Yeah,
it
they
Okay.
take
though.
away from the experience for you.
Okay.
Fine, fine.
So I'm gonna add a lot of cilantro. I love
okay, that's
cilantro.
great.
Lizzie is a huge fan.
So we make
Couldn't be me.
in-house pickled daikon and carrots, which is more of a sweet and sour. So you want to taste the sweet first and then the sour aftertaste, right? So it's really good.
gonna say,
Go ahead,
hold
put
it
that
up.
right on top.
I love anything pickled, especially like cabbage,
Yeah.
coleslaw,
Yeah.
cucumbers, like anything like this. Oh my gosh. gosh, so good.
Yum.
So one of the last things is now you add a little bit of soy sauce right on top. So I brought you guys some. Other folks might not do this, but I like to add this Vietnamese soy sauce right on top.
Ooh.
Just a little drizzle?
Yeah, I would pour it along the meat side.
Okay.
Different umami.
If you can.
Yeah.
Usually you
maybe.
make the bun mi, you hold it in your hand. Yeah.
So like this?
Yeah, like that. And pour it on the meat side.
Let's do it, you guys.
Yeah.
A little soy sauce.
How fun. Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, it's fun. All right, then black
is
pepper.
huge.
To
black
top it
pepper?
off.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotta have
And
a
then
little
you
bit
got,
of something.
you know, Vietfive original sandwich.
I don't know what
That's
side
a
to
great
go for
looking sandwich,
first.
Lizzie.
Right?
Yes.
Thank you.
What about mine?
Yours
yours
is
is
a great
pretty
looking
too.
sandwich too. It's cleaner.
Yeah, mine's a little bit.
I tried.
Okay, you guys
I
ready
tried
to
to get
try it?
everything in here. Yes.
I'm pumped.
So many flavors. I'm so
Yes.
excited.
Yes. Take a big bite.
All right.
All right, let's do
Okay.
it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow.
First bun me.
Crazy.
Oh my God, wait. This is so good.
But the jalapenos have a kick.
I was gonna say a little bit of like spice. You get all the veggies and the meat. It's salty with the like garlicky like mayo.
The pickled onions and carrots that you have in here.
Pickled
Oh my
daikon
God.
and carrots.
Yeah.
You guys ever had a daikon? It's kind of like a root, you know?
Oh, it's not an
I
onion.
love
No,
the
it's not an
daikon.
onion.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
It's amazing.
That's so good. Holy shit.
Wow. At Viet5, when you sell these, are there different combinations that you sell,
so
or
we
is there
do
traditional?
we do the original with the 3 meats that you have, and we have one that's just all sasu chicken, and then of course I have a veggie one. Do a veggie one.
Okay.
Then we put this into
Vegetarian.
an air fry empanada. So we put all the fixings of a banh mi inside an air fry empanada.
Oh, wow.
And then,
That's crazy.
But you also can do another version of a banh mi is that we do a banh mi bowl. So with the same fixings over jasmine rice.
Oh, that would be really good
So if you
too.
didn't like bread, or you know, you had an option with empanada. If you didn't like the empanada, you have an option with just over jasmine rice.
Yeah,
And
especially
you still get
gluten-free. For people that are gluten-free, you
Exactly,
could do
yeah.
rice
I
instead
want
of
to
the
try
bread.
all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That sounds so,
so good.
that's it.
Gotta try.
So good. One thing about family dinner that we love is our guests have some of the most incredible stories to share. We already know a little bit about Tuan's story, but we did want to take it back a little bit and talk about some of these experiences and challenges that shaped your path. So let's bring it back. Where did this all begin?
I always tell our story and begin with, our story began on a boat. It's because my family and I escaped Vietnam on a small boat, 45 by 15, with 55 people on board, which I was the youngest on that vessel. We came to the U.S. on the East Coast. Growing up during the 80s and 90s, it wasn't as welcoming as you expect for Vietnamese refugees. But you know, we adjusted, we made it. Some of us have to learn to assimilate. And for me, that was a bit of a struggle, going to school, going through my adolescent years. I got involved in gangs and drugs, the drug trade of the early 80s and 90s, and eventually landed in prison for a first-degree murder conviction. At the age of 18, most of my friends that graduated high school, I walked through the maximum security prison of Lansing Correctional Facility.
Wow.
But that really wasn't the end of it. I began to mimic a lot of that life. I was on the streets in prison, and it got me into a lot of trouble. But eventually, I wanted to make a change, to live better and be better. And thankfully, in 2011, on summer solstice, June 21st, I was released as the first parole hearing, the first lifer with a murder conviction to be released on the day that I was parole eligible. And after that, I went back to college, and I went to a school in the middle of nowhere in Kansas and received my conceptual design degree. And the largest ad agency in the world came calling and recruited me to this city that we live in now, Chicago.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
I mean, coming right into this new world
Yeah.
and dealing with that head on, you know, and then working against all odds, then being a part of some of the biggest creatives in the entire country. That's quite the feat.
Yeah. Did you feel like art and design, was that always a part of who you were? And now even into entrepreneurship and everything you're doing with Vietfive, was that always part of your journey?
Yeah, I felt like it was. Even at an early age, I would scribble, draw. I would tattoo my friends. You know, I would do, you know, craft work with, which a lot of people didn't do. But I felt that was always a part of me. But I didn't know that I could eat from it. Right? I couldn't make a living off of it.
Right.
And now that we get to, I get to do that every day through Vietfive, and we're still creating packaging, went through creating design and things like that. I felt like it's the one thing that saved my life.
Yeah.
Art essentially gave me a pathway, and I'm really thankful for that.
It's a talent and a God-given gift.
Yes.
That, you know, you continue to pursue, and now you're here sharing this with everyone else. I also want to talk to you about this motif of the rightful presence that we've talked about before. Where did that all come from with your brand and Vietfive?
Yeah, that's really inspired by like my wife. She is the one that is most experienced with special education. And now that she's part of the business as a partner, we wanted to make sure that every guest that comes through our door felt like they have a rightful presence at Vietfive. It's non-assumptive, that is non-assuming of any disability needs or anything like that. We want to curate the space through our core communication, our adaptive menus, our noise-canceling headphones, and have a space that everyone, with or without a disability, feels like they have a rightful presence at Vietfive. And then we have amazing coffee.
Yeah.
Right.
The product speaks for itself, I think.
And you create such a nice atmosphere inside too. It's great.
And that's the goal. I think I shared this with you guys before, is that everyone that comes through the door, there's no strangers here. It's only friends we haven't met, right? And I love that we can greet everyone that comes through our door as if we're already friends. We just gotta learn their name and they learn ours.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's a more important connection than a transaction.
I wanted to talk too about the turning point from being in prison to working at one of the largest and best ad agencies in the world.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's like a turning point, but really just the will to survive.
Yeah.
And always fighting for your own space to stand and make a presence for people to see you, not for a pass, not for a record, or just seeing you, who you are. And I think like a turning point to get out of the situation I was in with prison is that everyone identifies you a certain way.
Yeah.
But art's allowed me to let people see my work as my identity. I've never thought myself of being a bad person, even in the situation I was in.
Yeah.
Or that I was a terrible creative and somehow became a great one. I'm constantly in the process of progressing as a person and still learning myself at my age. It's kind of crazy to say, but I think my journey has allowed me to continue to be renewed every day, you know, and find and be curious of life and be curious of things that are still creative. As things evolve in this world, I gravitate to it. I didn't even know the internet when I got out.
Really?
No, I didn't even know how to turn on a computer.
Holy,
But
that's
but
nuts.
through it, I learned to build my portfolio and got recruited.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like now with AI, or even during the time of NFTs and all that art, I learn all those things and I gravitate to it. And then what's the newest thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's the challenges, but also in life, like meeting people, learning to have relationships, learning to have meaningful friendships.
Yeah.
And those things are just always new. Or your kids wake up today, they might not be the same tomorrow because they're always going to change every day, right? So that to me, just having that curiosity of life is what's keeping me going, you know? So am I on a turning point? Maybe I'll never fully make that turn, you know, but I'm enjoying it for now.
Yeah.
Constantly evolving.
And always creating, too.
the
That's something
most
that's so
important
inspiring that
part.
Catherine and I love is
Yes.
the evolution of your journey, but also how you keep creating and how art, design, fashion it's all part of your story.
Yeah,
And
coffee is not my
connected.
last thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I don't think coffee is my last thing
No.
or my main thing.
I wouldn't
Right.
say that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is yet, but I have an idea. But I think that you're right. It's always something I want to be able to challenge myself, but it's in the storm that I find peace, in a sense. And my mind's always churning, but when I find that moment in chaos, there's some reason I find that moment of peace, and I think I always chase that.
Yeah, it's amazing. The whole journey is so inspiring and everything that you're doing. Is there something that you're, a dream in terms of where you want to see Viet5 the next 4 years as you're approaching this 4-year mark? What's the dream? Where do you want to take Viet5 as a brand?
I think my dreams is fulfilled every day with every guest that gets to come in and experience it.
Yeah.
Like you
It's so sweet.
because when you get to drink it and you feel a certain way and you have a thought, you have a positive reaction to it, and you leave, and hopefully you come back. But that's already there. That's a dream come true, because I never thought like even today was possible. So I mean, dreaming ahead is really as we broaden our community and people resonate with it. And the longevity in the game is that people still think about their interaction with the brand, the product, or the service, or the people that's been involved in it. And our community is broadened, and people are impacted from the philanthropy that we do, or through the service that we provide, and the product they get to hold or wear.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Repping it.
that's already a dream
Like
come
today.
true for me every single day. So.
I love it. Well, cheers to that.
Yes,
It's so
cheers.
amazing to hear your story, Tuan. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers to Viet5. Cheers to
Let's
you.
go.
Cheers to family dinner. Now it is time for Sip and Spill, where we are going to be asking Tuan Huynh some very heated questions.
Oh man,
I'm going to pour myself a little bit more coffee,
I need a little more.
Me
for that
too.
one.
right? I feel like we
Yeah.
all need a little refresh.
A little bit more
It's too good not to.
ube for me. Yum.
Let's get into it.
Okay, let's do it.
Tuan, we want to know, what's the first thing that you do when you walk into Viet5?
I like to say hi to the team, acknowledge the team, and if there's people there, I'll say hi to them as well. Because if I look around too much, I'm just thinking all kind of wrong things I need to adjust or fix.
Yes.
But my favorite time in the shop is when no one's there. I think just appreciating that we have the space, it's quiet, and just be grateful and thankful.
All right, I want to know, outside of Viet5, your favorite place to get a coffee in Chicago?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I'm trying to think of my latest one was in Vietnam, but I'm thinking in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Gosh, that's such a challenge. Let me think about that. Can I think about that one?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Is there any style, what do you order besides Vietnamese coffee? Is there a type of coffee that you
Yeah, that's
that you
a good
like to
one.
enjoy?
Because
besides that?
I do it when I order, if I don't order the black,
Yeah.
and then I try the black, and then I do my own additive, because then I know how the coffee's brew, what kind of bean it is, and the acidic level, and I just think about all the flavorings of it, and then I add my own. But if I want to add cream, I always do like a non-dairy option,
Okay.
because it takes over less of the coffee, so you get to taste more of that and see the smoothness. That's how I think about coffee, instead of just consuming it. I just digest it and think about all the different flavor notes that are in the coffee.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
So there's a favorite. It's so hard to say it's a favorite coffee shop, but I think
Yeah.
the vibes, and I think Drip Collective do really well.
We love the Drip
with
Collective.
Yes.
Yeah, the vibes are great
shout out
there.
to Francis with that. I think like going to just mom and pop shops that has coffee. I kind of like that too.
Yeah.
That I experienced around the city, from breakfast places to to any place that have food that have additional coffee, because I want to enhance it. I want to just like you guys. It's not just an overlooking of coffee, but you could,
Right.
add into it.
It's like when we were just at Viet5 and we tried your pineapple coffee.
Yeah.
So
Oh
cool.
my God, that was
Combinations that
amazing.
we never would think of.
Never
Traditionally.
in my life.
And you guys really, really do a lot of cool things with that.
Yeah, it takes me a while to get a drink too, though, because it's from my travels to Vietnam that I developed the drink menu.
Yeah.
And also, I also want to make sure that it's not where it's too far-fetched for the audience, right? And also gimmicky. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Because it looks good and you add a bunch of stuff.
Right.
I still want to make it still a tasteful drink and has a story to share as well.
Yeah.
So next question. We obviously love your creative energy, and you've been a part of so many amazing design projects, and you even had your own design lab and collective at one point. So we wanted to ask, what's one design project that you're most proud of besides Vietfive?
I think during COVID, the city had asked our team to create all the campaigns for the city to get folks inside. So if you remember all the digital boards and printed boards around the entire city that says, COVID don't see race, COVID don't see gender,
Yeah.
COVID don't see age. I was the designer behind that.
Whoa,
And
I didn't know that.
It was cool to create something for the city with a purpose and that everyone got to see. That was during the Stay Home, Save Lives campaign by the mayor at the time.
Got it.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Going off of what we were talking about, just about your past, who pushed you to keep going when things got really hard?
I mean, of course, like my mom,
Yeah.
or it's always an encouragement. I think for me, if I may, it's mostly what's driving me is my faith.
Yeah.
It's though I have crossed paths with many people, a lot of times in myself, I feel like you're by yourself.
Yeah.
And then when you really reflect on it, faith, you're never really by yourself.
Right.
And that encouragement and to push forward when there's nobody around, you rely on your faith that you have. And that's always been an anchor, not always, but in the last 15, 20 years, something like that, it's been my faith that's pushed me.
Yeah.
I think if there is someone, this have to be like my mother's always an anchor in the family to keep us going, to keep us remind us where we're from, how far we had to come to get here, that kind of thing. And I think like my nucleus family in general has been the anchor that kind of keeps continuing to push and challenge you. They're the first one to hate on the things that you do, but they're the first one to cheer you on too.
Yeah.
Totally.
Right? And
Totally.
So it's big. It's big for me.
Yeah.
And now I'm learning that in Chicago, having a group of friends that pushed me in my entrepreneurial journey, and I'm really thankful for that.
Kind of going back to the creative inspiration and like what drives you also and motivates you, kind of keeps things fresh. Do you have a Chicago neighborhood that you frequent or go to kind of ignite any creative inspiration or ideas?
I think there was always a couple. I like Hyde Park a lot. Just
Yeah.
going down to Hyde Park and just seeing there's always, it's vibrant. Most of the time that I'm down there, it's always vibrant of music and food, and of course like Chinatown and
Yes.
Argyle. There's always, the culture that's relatable to me, and finding that. I think just the city itself is very inspirational. A lot of great things come out of Chicago,
Totally.
and created in Chicago and owned by Chicago. And I think I'm just thankful to be a part of the city, because this city is the longest place that I've called home since I've been in the States. And we've gone on 12 years now in Chicago, and I've really been grateful for that.
I want to know the most unexpected lesson from running a business.
That is lonely. Owning a business.
Yeah.
It's very lonely, because sometimes when you go through things, it's not as easy just to tell everybody what you're struggling with, or when that bank account hits red.
Right.
But it's okay. You continue because you believe in it enough to leave a flex job, to be broke for a while, and put everything at risk.
I love it.
Wow. So talking about Vietfive, you guys are going on 4 years of incredible service to the community, and your business is thriving. If you could collaborate with one business, it could be Chicago-based, national brand, who would Vietfive collab with and why?
Cut.
Could be a very loaded question, because
It
I
is a
know you
loaded
have
question.
a lot of amazing friends
Yeah.
in the Chicago network, but it could be anything.
So far, Pillars has been the one that wanted to do something with us, and I was happy to do it.
Yeah.
And it's been
We're
something,
in
you know,
collab.
align, you know, the brand align, their purpose, and these guys are just hustlers and just great people.
Yeah.
It was just natural for me to create a design with their merch and launch it, and we sold out, you know.
This is the
it.
like brand motif.
Yeah.
Vietfive.
Yeah.
We have the Vespa in the shop.
Yep.
You also use it though every day,
Yeah.
right?
You took it here, right?
No, I didn't get taken. I got all that stuff to carry.
Yeah, true. You had
It'd
dinner
be
to carry.
impossible.
Dinner, yeah.
No, but I want to, even in the merch, you want to share a story.
Yeah.
Right? From Vietnam to Chicago to Vietnam. It's really shared culture and celebrating each side as if we have been neighbors for so long.
I love a good fashion brand.
So I didn't answer
Yes.
your collab,
But
question.
I hear you. I mean, you're open to really any collaborations as far
yeah.
as it, has a creative outlet, or you guys can work together and do something new and exciting.
Yeah, if there was like a designer collaboration that I wanted to do, I would always want to do it with Murakami. You know,
that'd be
I think I always like admire the art and things like that from a longest time. If I ever got, even if you wanted me to design a pair of socks, I would. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and have his logo on there, his flowers or whatever on it.
Yeah.
I would be like, yeah,
Last question of Sip and Spill.
okay.
What is one piece of life advice or business advice that you want to leave us in the audience with?
I would say, like, why not you? Not to be afraid. You know, God says to fear not, for I'm with you. And if you have that aspiration, that thought, that seed that is in you that wants to be impactful, creative, or continue to, express yourself, why not you? Why not be afraid to fall a little bit and then get back up? And you never know what that may bring.
I love that. Cheers to that. Thank you for sharing your story.
To sipping
thank
and
you for having me.
spilling.
Thank you so much for joining us for dinner tonight, you guys. We had so much fun getting into Tuan's story and just learning more about the Vietnamese culture and everything that you have been doing. But I want to take a minute to have you tell everyone listening where they can find you on social media and also Vietfive.
Yeah, you can find us at all social media platforms at Vietfive. And come to the shop at 1116 West Madison. We're in the West Loop area, so pull up anytime.
I love it.
Oh, we will be back
Yeah.
very, very soon. However, I wanted to ask, do you have any new seasonal releases or anything new and upcoming with Vietfive that we could quickly talk about?
Yeah, we're gonna be dropping some K-Cups in the fall, and yeah, we're excited about that, to release that. It's our first time doing Robusta coffee in a K-Cup, so be looking out for that, for sure.
I'm gonna need that for sure.
Any events in Chicago?
Yeah, we have the most recent one that's coming up is Soul House. We're doing the Vietfive vibes there.
Nice.
Probably be the end of September.
Fun.
Awesome.
Okay, be on the lookout for
Come on
that.
by. Also, we are starting a DJ coffee daytime party series at Ramova in Bridgeport. So that will be releasing in September and hopefully into the fall and winter.
That will be so
That
much fun.
sounds
It'd be a lot
so
of fun.
We'll
cool.
definitely be pulling up to that.
Yes.
Yeah, would
We've
love
been
to
to a
check it
few
out.
events at Ramova, and they're always a good time.
Yeah, we'll have a
It's great
lineup of
space.
different DJs and performances along with our coffee. So it'll be pretty
Nice.
cool. It'll be a daytime weekend, so it'll be fun.
Love it.
Awesome.
Great.
We'll have to go check it out.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks so much for coming to dinner tonight, Tuan.
Thank
This was
you.
so much fun.
Thank you
Thank
for
you for
joining
having
us.
me.
It was so fun to make food together as well and try more of the coffee in the ube.
I'm
Great
glad you guys enjoy it.
experience.
So good. It's the
Even
best.
better conversation.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you, Tuan. Cheers.
Thank you.